Welcome to Afrika Tuungane. This is a flagship program under Honorable Media Africa on a mission to find a solution to what we believe is Africa's greatest challenge and Africa's biggest dream, the challenge and the dream of African unity. And in that, we have been looking at different solutions that, or rather different options of approaching the challenge and the dream of African unity. And one key area, or rather solution, that we have been trying to work on is the challenge of language, because Africa is practically divided by colonial languages, the likes of English, French, Portuguese, Arabic, and even Spanish. So we have been trying to look for one African language that can be a uniting factor, a language that originated in Africa and it's African. And for this, we have been promoting and advocating for Kiswahili language, which is an indigenous African language, to be the bond, to be the glue that brings the people of Africa together. And today, Afrika Tuungane is honored and grateful to host none other but the national chairperson of CHAKITA. CHAKITA here being Chama cha Kiswahili cha Taifa in the Republic of Kenya. And that is Dr. Fred Simiyu, who is also a senior Kiswahili language lecturer at Kibabii University, and also the chair of Kiswahili and other African languages at Kibabii University. Karibu sana Daktari Wanjala.
Asante.
Thank you very much for honoring the invitation of Afrika Tuungane. And I would like us to have this conversation about having Kiswahili as the language of African unity, or as the language that would unite Africans.
Yes.
So that in the future, we may not have to depend on colonial languages to have this conversation, the likes of English, French, Portuguese, Arabic, Spanish, and all those colonial languages that have been dividing Africans for the longest time. We have been trying to advocate, and we are trying to promote Kiswahili to be the language that brings Africans together. So welcome to this conversation, Daktari, and I would like us to get right into it with our first point of conversation. So Daktari, what advantages in terms of language utility, that is in terms of the advantages and benefits, does Kiswahili as a language have over the other languages that have been promoted to become official languages at the level of the African Union? I mean English, French, Portuguese, Spanish, and Arabic. So what benefits, or rather what advantages does Kiswahili have over those languages?
Okay, thank you. First of all, we are talking about African Union.
Yes.
But the languages you are mentioning are alien.
Correct.
They are foreign.
Yeah, foreign.
So Kiswahili is indigenous.
Correct.
Is African.
Yes.
It carries our identity. It originated from Africa.
Correct.
That is East African coast. And therefore Kiswahili will be a stellar candidate as a language to be used to unite Africans.
Correct.
Because you can't unite Africans using foreign languages.
Absolutely.
Two,
yes.
Kiswahili is the most spoken language in Africa among African languages.
Yes.
We have over 200 million speakers of Kiswahili, and therefore if those are able to communicate in Kiswahili,
yes,
then it will be very easy to use it as a tool of uniting Africans, because it means majority of Africans are able to use Kiswahili in their day-to-day communication.
Sure.
Then two, it is the only African language that is taught widely, both in Africa and out of Africa. You go to America, you get universities teaching Kiswahili. And in the continent, you realize recently, even South Africa, Zimbabwe, they are joining other countries in ensuring that Kiswahili is institutionalized. So it gives it a notch over other languages.
Correct.
Yes.
Thank you very much. On to our next point of conversation, Daktari. What would make Kiswahili as a language the best candidate for what we call a lingua franca, a language that cuts across many other different languages? And what qualities should a language have to make it the best choice for a common language, especially here in Africa? And how many of such qualities does Kiswahili language have?
Okay, thank you. A lingua franca is a language that is spoken widely across a certain region.
Yes.
And as I said earlier, Kiswahili is spoken in over more than 15 countries in Africa. So it qualifies to be a lingua franca.
Correct.
Kiswahili represents Africa. You know, when you have more than 14 countries speaking a language, it means that language is not tribal.
Correct.
It has that ability to cross borders.
Correct.
And therefore it can easily be used as a language of a lingua franca. It is not tied to a specific ethnic group or country. At the end of the day, it belongs to all of us.
Correct.
So for me, that debate is healthy. And you know, when you have something good, you realize that people want to associate with it.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. From where you see it as a Kiswahili scholar, is Kiswahili a natural, a neutral, non-ethnic, and non-tribal language?
Yes, it is. Natural means it is a language that is born out of normal human interaction.
Correct.
It is a language born out of the need, desire of these people to communicate.
Yes.
You know, we can sit somewhere and create a language.
Yes.
But this one is natural. It makes Kiswahili a non-tribal language.
A non-tribal language.
It makes Kiswahili a language that does not discriminate people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. So from where you sit, Daktari, as a Kiswahili teacher, as a Kiswahili scholar, what would you say makes Kiswahili language an easy language to learn, to write, to speak, compared to the many other languages spoken across Africa?
Okay.
Yes.
That is interesting. Kiswahili is very easy to learn. I'll give you two reasons. One,
right.
Kiswahili is non-tonal.
Non-tonal.
You know, we have languages where your voice, when you change your voice, you create different meanings.
Correct.
In Kiswahili, whether you are speaking at a low tone or a high tone, the meaning of words that you speak remains the same. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't make it so difficult for people to learn the language. Because you know, a tonal language is a bit tricky. Mm-hmm. Because if you are not a native speaker,
correct,
you might not know what the speakers are talking about, using the same words, but they have different meanings.
Different meanings.
In Kiswahili, we have very few words, and those words are borrowed. But pure Kiswahili vocabulary is non-tonal.
Non-tonal.
Then two, Kiswahili is a language that is easy to learn because whatever that you pronounce, the way you pronounce a word is the way you write it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's different with English. For example, you can say graduation.
Yes.
Graduation.
Graduation, yes.
That shon is T-I-O. But you know, you are pronouncing sh
as S-H.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it can be very confusing to someone who is learning English.
Correct.
But in Kiswahili, when you say nitakuja, it is the way you are pronouncing it. That is how you write it. So it becomes very easy for people to learn this language.
Correct. Absolutely. And still on that, on teaching and learning Kiswahili, what would you say does it take in terms of time for a pupil or a student to become, let's say, a beginner, an intermediate, an advanced, or maybe superior in learning Kiswahili language? How long does it take to graduate from those different levels for a beginner? From a beginner to an intermediate to an advanced to a superior?
Okay, I think the time frame for learning any language, it is not isolated for Kiswahili only. Those levels, normally you can do 3 months. Between the first 3 months, you can be termed as a beginner. Then around 9 months, you can be intermediate. Around 6 months, intermediate. Then you can be a good speaker after 9 months. But having said that, this period will depend on a number of factors. Yeah, one, the interest. You know, if you want to learn something, you can even learn it within 1 hour.
Depending on the interest level.
Why do you want to learn the language?
Correct. Daktari, still on learning and teaching of Kiswahili. So how many Kiswahili graduates does Kenya as a country produce perhaps in a year? And from where you sit as a Kiswahili scholar and a leader of Kiswahili, the chairperson of CHAKITA, Chama cha Kiswahili cha Taifa, would you assure the rest of African countries that Kenya produces enough Kiswahili graduates that should any other country that does not speak Swahili want Kiswahili teachers, that Kenya is ready and has enough graduates to supply them with Kiswahili teachers?
Okay.
Yes.
In Kenya, around 70% of all public universities and private offer Kiswahili. 70%.
70%.
Last year, the guys who joined universities, the current first years in universities, Kiswahili was the highest discipline that attracted learners to universities.
Interesting.
It is leading.
It's leading.
Yes,
it's one of the
as
causes,
we are speaking.
Yes, as we are speaking
in our universities. Therefore, and the number of students studying Kiswahili has been increasing steadily.
Correct.
Over time.
Correct.
And as I've told you, last year we were number one. Number one subject of choice. For students joining universities.
Enrollment.
Yes.
Yes.
We have programs in education. That is, we are preparing teachers. But we are also having programs that are BA Kiswahili in several universities. So we are also producing other Swahili scholars who are not necessarily teachers.
Correct.
For instance, we have people like you, journalists,
yes,
communicators, translators, etc.
Correct.
For teachers, I think in Kibabii University, where I teach,
correct,
in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, but we service the program of Bachelor of Education Arts in the School of Education. Kiswahili students are the highest. Currently in my class, first years only are about 500.
500?
Yeah, students.
Studying Kiswahili?
Yes.
Wow.
So, using those numbers, we can say that in a year, although the statistics could be different,
right,
but this is a general overview, that if we say we are producing 100 Kiswahili teachers from Kibabii University every year, then times the number of universities in Kenya, then you realize that we are almost producing almost several thousands of teachers of Kiswahili every year from our universities. And our Teacher Service Commission cannot employ all the Kiswahili teachers.
Correct.
Even those who have been absorbed in private schools, we still have Kiswahili teachers out here who are looking for employment. And therefore, I want to, by the way, I want to tell you that it is Kenya that was the first country to produce a PhD student in Kiswahili.
In the entire of Africa?
In the whole world.
In the whole world?
Yeah, that is
So
Professor Chacha Nyaikoti Chacha.
He was the first PhD holder in Kiswahili language.
Holder in Kiswahili language is Kenyan.
In Kenya.
The first person to write his thesis in Kiswahili.
Professor Chacha
Nyaikoti Chacha. And since then, we have produced scholars, masters, PhD students who write their thesis. We do our learning instructions in Kiswahili. And therefore, another interesting observation is Kenya was the first country to roll out masters and PhD studies in the Kiswahili language. People previously were being taught in English, but you are teaching Kiswahili syntax, but you are using English.
So you are teaching Kiswahili in English?
In English. So it becomes very difficult. The learner should first of all grasp the language of instruction fast before grasping the concepts that you are teaching.
Correct.
So we are happy that we have made these strides as a country, and we are ready. We have Kiswahili teachers who are teaching in Uganda, who are teaching. Personally, I taught in Tanzania for 6 years. St. Augustine University of Tanzania. And we had many Kenyans teaching there. Yeah, so as a country, we are ready to supply manpower in terms of Kiswahili.
Correct. So should any African country that does not speak or teach Kiswahili want Kiswahili teachers, then Kenya is ready to supply those teachers?
We have more than enough.
Correct. Thank you very much, Daktari. In terms of Kiswahili and technology, can you assure the world of Kiswahili that there is enough Kiswahili language data actually that exists in Kiswahili language, enough to effectively and efficiently support Kiswahili large language models, the LLM, in the world of artificial intelligence in Kiswahili? Is there enough data in Kiswahili language to support LLM in Kiswahili language?
Kiswahili is the only African language that has the largest. Now when we talk about enough, it might not come out very clearly, but we are ahead of all other African languages.
Yes.
We are ahead of them. But then I also want to say that we have a lot of research by scholars, Swahili scholars, that is going on, both linguistic and orality. The oral literature part of Kiswahili, so that we develop a larger corpus for Kiswahili.
Correct.
In December this year, we are hosting a conference. The conference will talk about Kiswahili and other African languages in the era of AI.
Interesting.
This is a Chaukidu conference. Chaukidu conference. Chaukidu is an international body that is charged with the mandate of growing Kiswahili.
Correct.
It draws membership from all over the world.
All over the world.
So people will congregate at Kibabii University on 14th, between 14th and 16th of December.
Correct.
To discuss Kiswahili and other African languages in the digital, in the AI.
In the era of AI.
Our critical issue here is, are educators at the center of designing, modeling. You see, like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Once you give them data, they will decide on what to give back to you.
Correct.
So we want our engineers, software engineers. Of course, AI is language and maths.
Correct.
That is the the in thing about AI.
AI, yes.
So we must integrate language experts.
Yes.
We put them together with our AI specialists so that we can also do our own AI apps, helping these people to also invent.
Yes. And that would be very great, because it would be very interesting to see which between Kenya and Tanzania comes up with the first, very effective and efficient model, large language model in Kiswahili. Should be a challenge to both Kenya and Tanzania.
And Tanzania, yes. So we are saying we are congregating in December to discuss opportunities and challenges of AI,
the artificial intelligence
with Kiswahili. Remember, UNESCO made a very, very, very important announcement the other day that now Kiswahili is one of their official languages. This month. So if Kiswahili is one of their languages, the next stage will be, now we want to conduct research in Kiswahili.
Correct, absolutely.
Right? And therefore we need to move fast.
Correct.
As Swahili scholars.
Absolutely.
As linguists, as software engineers.
Absolutely.
To have our own homemade approaches, apps on AI.
Absolutely, Daktari. Two of the most important qualities of a language is the quality of being a standard language and the quality of being a formal language. So from where you sit as a Kiswahili scholar, does Kiswahili pass these two tests of being both a formal language and a standardized language?
Yes, it does. Formal means a language that is, this is now under language planning.
Yes.
A language that has been given certain mandates.
Correct.
For example, we say in Kenya, English and Kiswahili are official language. So that is a formal language. It has been assigned specific duties that are supposed to be performed.
Correct.
So Kiswahili is a national and official language for quite a number of countries, not just Kenya.
Not just Kenya.
Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda is coming up very well. So it meets that requirement of an official language.
Correct.
Again, these official contexts are, for example, education. It is an official language, and therefore it can be used in public institutions. It can be used in academic institutions. That's how formal Kiswahili is.
The formal test.
And then standard means we have come up with an agreed structure so that when you go to Kisumu, you go to Dar es Salaam, you go to Mombasa, and we have said this is called Shati. Then it is Shati for all of us. We can borrow from its dialects. Then we come up with the agreed structure, morphology, syntax, and then we agree that this is how we are going to work on this. For purposes of communication, so that we can all understand each other when we use that language. It is important for purposes of having a unified structure of a language.
Correct.
And where Kiswahili has.
Absolutely. Thank you. Daktari, as someone who has taught Kiswahili outside of Kenya, you just told him that you once taught Kiswahili in Tanzania. So what requirements and certifications does, for instance, a Kenyan Kiswahili graduate teacher needs to be able to be accepted and approved to teach Kiswahili anywhere outside of Africa? So what are those certifications or requirements do they need to be able to be accepted and approved as a Kiswahili teacher?
Okay.
Yes.
For you to be a Kiswahili teacher, just like any other profession, you need first of all to meet admission requirements. For example, to join a BA or a bachelor's degree in a university. Then you go through the system and graduate.
Correct.
So you will have a certificate.
Correct.
That certificate is when you go to universities that have been the programs have been approved by Q, then that is an internationally recognized certificate.
Yes.
Which you can use anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah. The only thing they can do is maybe to cross-check with your home institution to confirm whether it is a genuine certificate. But on top of that, even here in Kenya, after graduating, you need to register with Teacher Service Commission.
Teacher Service Commission.
So that you are given a Teacher Service Commission number, which will recognize you as a professionally trained teacher.
Correct.
Who is ready to render services.
Yes.
Now, if you want to cross over to another country,
yes.
Different countries might have their own requirements on top of that, but you only need that certificate and TSC number because they are recognized worldwide.
Yes.
There are some countries you may want to go and they'll tell you, as much as you want to teach Swahili, but we want you to go to undergo a test to see whether you can speak English.
English, yes.
The reason is you are going to teach people who are not native speakers of Kiswahili.
Correct.
So maybe you may need that English to assist you in the teaching of Kiswahili. So different countries, like in Tanzania where I worked, by then I had a master's degree in Kiswahili. That was enough, plus the immigration requirements that you may need
to cross over.
Yes.
Yeah. Correct. Still on that, is there, for instance, in Kenya, let's talk about in Kenya where we are right now, is there, for instance, a TSC and a PSC or SRC approved, for instance, monthly starting salary for a fresh Kiswahili graduate teacher? Is there a threshold?
Oh, yes. The salary paid to these fresh graduates does not discriminate Kiswahili, Maths or English. It is flat. It's flat. I think currently they are calling them C1, where you start with a salary of about 45,000. 45,000 Kenya shillings. As basic. I can't remember these other allowances.
It's called C1 level.
C1.
So that is TSC approved and PSC and SRC approved.
Yes.
Yeah. Correct. Absolutely. Daktari, as we come close to an end, I would like you to talk to us about Kiswahili being a Pan-African language. So what makes Kiswahili a Pan-African language? Amongst all the many other African languages that we have, why is Kiswahili considered to be a Pan-African language?
Kiswahili is a Pan-African language. Recently, I was in University of Free State. University of Free State. Free State. South Africa. Where I presented a paper on how Kiswahili proverbs can be utilized to grow and reinforce Ubuntu philosophy. Ubuntu philosophy is I am because we are.
Yes.
You know, yes. Your well-being is my concern. Kiswahili language has that factor, whereby in its vocabularies, in its proverbs, we are encouraging Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism that, Pan-Africanism, we are talking about one African people.
Yes.
So Kiswahili is the best language because you see, like, in my paper, I presented several proverbs. One of the proverbs says, Kitanda hakizai haramu.
Kitanda hakizai haramu. What does that mean?
A bed does not give birth to mtoto ambaye
amezaliwa
nje huko anaitwa aje?
Haramu.
Yani in English.
In English, I don't have that.
What is that word? a child who is
Born out
of matrimonial
bed.
Yes. So what that means is the act of getting that child is wrong.
It's wrong, yes.
But the child is right.
It's right.
We cannot punish that child because that was not his choice.
Yes.
But it also means that which spreads very well, and I discovered even in Sosutu, even in my own native language, Bukusu, where we are talking about taking care of everybody else in our society. That proverb can be used to help people who are unable to give birth. Biologically, they are unable to.
Yes.
So this proverb is helping us to understand that in my community, if your brother is barren, you can assist him sire children. But those children will belong to him, not you.
Not me.
No.
Despite having me, it's me who served them.
Yeah, you only assisted, but they belong to him.
Yes.
So you see, we are building a pillar of Pan-Africanism, where we are caring for everybody. We cover each other in our weaknesses, so that we appear strong.
Correct.
That is a feature that you find in Kiswahili.
Kiswahili, yes.
As a language that can unite all of us.
Correct.
In our continent.
Yes.
Kiswahili does not discriminate people on gender basis. In Kiswahili, you will say, utakuja saa ngapi? But in English, you must decide whether she or he will come. You know, in Kiswahili, it is silent.
So there's
we are
that
not
aspect of neutrality.
Neutrality, yes. We are not discriminating people because of gender.
Yes.
No, it is a language for all of us.
For all of us, yes.
Through that, we can build a very strong bond of people in Africa. And in my paper, I argued that, you use something that is already developed to achieve your goal.
Correct.
Kiswahili already has been elevated. It is the first one among all other African languages. I told you, it is the only African language spoken by more than 15 countries in Africa. There is no any other language.
That has such spread.
Yes, and in fact it beats these foreign languages, all of them. When you talk about Africa. Yeah, when we talk about nations that use Kiswahili. Yeah, so it is already elevated.
Yes.
We just tap on the hanging fruits that are already there. And we will be there.
Absolutely. Dr. Fred Wanjala, as we conclude, I would like you, as the national chairperson of CHAKITA, CHAKITA here being Chama cha Kiswahili cha Taifa in the Republic of Kenya, a scholar and as an advocate for Kiswahili for many years, I would like you to make a case for Kiswahili as the language of African unity. I would like you to face the camera and make that as our parting shot, Dr. Kandi.
Okay, thank you. So this is a very passionate appeal to our African leaders. For many years, we have been talking about African unity. You can't unite when you are speaking in tongues. In tongues here, I mean speaking in different languages. And more particularly, speaking the language of our colonizers. I want to appeal to African Union to prioritize Kiswahili as a unifying language of Africa. We can only do this if in our countries, respective countries, we allocate resources so that we can boost our education system, we can boost our research so that we help we build this language called Kiswahili. This is an African language for Africa. You know, we can talk for many years to come about our unity, but if we don't focus on the practical solutions, we will still sing the same song that has been sung for many years since independence. We cannot unite. We cannot be developed as a continent if we are using other people's languages. You know, we help them to develop their languages, but we leave our Kiswahili language not developed. Let's not just say Kiswahili has been announced as language, one of the official languages of African Union. You know, making a pronunciation is good, but then we need to make certain steps, very deliberate, which will make it happen. So I'm appealing to all leaders in Africa, all presidents in Africa, to prioritize Kiswahili as a language that will unify us. And once we do that, we will move very fast in terms of development because we will be speaking one language. We will not be having countries fighting each other, going to war, because language is more powerful than a gun. So when we talk to one another, instead of talking at each other, you know, when you use another language, then we will go far. As the chairman of Chama cha Kiswahili cha Taifa, Kiswahili National Association in Kenya, I also want to appeal to the government of Kenya. We have sung about Kiswahili Council, Baraza la Kiswahili. It has become a song. We need that thing more than yesterday, so that it can help us structure Kiswahili issues. Today, when we have so many chances out there in Africa and beyond, but we don't have a coordinated government-funded body that will help us harness what we are lacking in this great language called Kiswahili. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Daktari. That has been our time with Dr. Fred Simiyu, a senior lecturer, senior Kiswahili language lecturer at Kibabii University. He also heads the Department of Kiswahili and African Languages, still at Kibabii University. And most importantly, he's the national chair of Kenya's national organization or association of Kiswahili. It's called CHAKITA. That is Chama cha Kiswahili cha Kitaifa. Asante sana daktari kwa muda wako. Asante. Na tumefurahi sana sisi kama Afrika Tuungane na tutazidi kushirikiana kuzidi kuipromote lugha ya Kiswahili ikawe lugha ambayo italeta Waafrika wote pamoja. Asante sana daktari.
Asante. Thank you. Shukran.
Good.